Hi everyone, Greeno here and welcome to another video here on Greeno Eats. Now as you can see, I'm at a railway station this morning. I'm heading out of Carcassonne and I'm going to head down to a little town called Narbonne. It's about half an hour away. Apparently they've got a nice food hall there. There's some Roman ruins or tunnels or something which I'll have a little mooch around. But yeah, I'm just going to go down there, spend a few hours, see what we can get to eat and have a little look around. Come with me. Okay folks, so here we are in Narbonne. It's the railway station behind me, just got off the train. Go and have a little explore, see what this place has got to offer. We're about a 5-minute walk from the station so far, and there's been nothing special until I've hit this little square, which is kind of cool. It's called the Place du Forum, or Place du Forum. And it's got this weird kind of little statue thing in the middle of it. I don't know what it's for, but I think it's pretty cool. Continuing the theme of massive churches just shoved into a back street. As you can see, it's just built up all around here, typical kind of French looking street. Huge great church in the middle of it. I'm just walking through the city and I come across this square. You can see a couple of restaurants there with their tables out. And this quite spectacular looking building is the town hall. Look at that. Beats the 60s monstrosities we've got around our way. Just around the corner from that Hotel de Ville, the town hall, we've come to this canal, which I think is the same one I saw going through Carcassonne yesterday. What I quite like about this one though, if you look down this end, there's a little bridge over it with houses on it. Not much of a back garden, but the view's not bad. We've got another nice sort of shaded area here, and a sort of park bit next to the war memorial. There's a big chicken on top. The French do like a big chicken. And if we pan round here, this is the food hall, Les Halles de Narbonne. Hopefully, we're going to find some good things to eat in here. Now this looks a bit more like it. Actual stalls and people in here. In here, it's not just market stalls, there are little bars and restaurants and stuff, places to eat. So I'm going to have a mooch around and see if any of them grab my fancy. If not, we'll head back in towards the town centre and grab something there. One thing I've noticed looking around some of these little restauranty places, a lot of them on the menu have tartare de cheval, which I think is probably raw horse meat. I think I'll probably give that a swerve. They also have a bunch of like prepared stuff that you can just buy cartons of and take home. So we've got here like a cheesy courgette thing, there's some duck and honey sauce, ratatouille, and a lot more around here. Chicken, pork, fish, all sorts. So this is the place I chose to eat, the Central Bar Chez Stéphane. It looks a little unassuming from the outside, but it's busy, and that's always a good sign, right? I've ordered an onglet, which is a kind of steak, and with some chips and a bit of salad, I guess, so should be tasty, I hope. A glass of wine to go with it, it's got to be done as well, hasn't it? Lunch has arrived. We've got a nice bit of steak, some chips, merci, and a nice bit of salad there with the dressing on. Not quite sure what that is, but we'll give it a try. And a little bit of bread too. Chip butter, you reckon? Just look at this steak. Now a lot of people will think that's underdone. Now for this kind of steak you need it to be rare, and it melts like butter in your mouth. It's amazing. I tell you what, it was a delight to spend a little bit of time in that food hall. There were so many good looking things. If I was a bit more staying a bit more locally, I would have picked up a bunch of stuff. But it's really hot. I've got a couple of hours more here in Narbonne, plus a train journey home and then a walk back to the apartment. So it's going to be another 3 to 4 hours before I get back. I didn't really want to carry a load of refrigerated stuff around in my backpack for the next 4 hours in 30+ degree heat. I don't think it would work well. But it was nice to see everything there. It was nice to see it looking really vibrant, full of people. And that lunch, well, like I say, the bar itself from the outside didn't look much, but I'd walked around and there's like 7 or 8 different places you can sit and eat in there. And this was the one that seemed the busiest. Now to me that's always a good sign, particularly if it's one that doesn't look as flashy as the rest. That kind of means that's where the locals are going to eat. So sat down, the people there were pretty friendly. The waitress who served me was great. They didn't speak English, but we kind of got by with my broken French. And the steak, that onglet, or hanger steak as people would know it probably back in the UK, was absolutely superb. It was melt in your mouth. Like I say, for a lot of people, judging it on steaks back home, that's not cooked. In fact, I had asked for it medium because I know how the French cook their steaks. That was medium over here. So, but it was perfect for me. I like a rare steak, and that, like I say, because it was so soft, so succulent. The chips were nice. I don't know what oil they were cooked in. They might have been cooked in olive oil, I think, which wouldn't surprise me down this part of the world. But yeah, they were good too. And that salad with the little kind of, it was almost like a crumble on top of it, which was kind of a mix of cheese and onion. It was actually delicious. I'm not a fan of raw onion normally, but it was very, very mild. It's probably shallot rather than onion, to be honest. And yeah, that was a nice little accompaniment. A little bit of French bread to go with it. Helps mopping up the plate, doesn't it? And of course a glass of the old Vin Rouge. Can't beat that with a steak. So the steak was €17.50. The glass of wine was €2.50, so the meal came to €20, which is what, about 18 quid, I guess, for a steak and a glass of wine. That's not bad, is it? Particularly when it's good quality like that. Don't mind paying that at all. Really, really good. Anyway, I'm going to have a bit more of a mooch around Narbonne now. Like I say, I've got a couple of hours until my train back, so I'm going to go and see if I can find these Roman tunnels. I tell you what, I'm struggling to keep up with the amount of churches there are around here. I'm not a religious man by any stretch of the imagination, but I do like the architecture of old buildings and old churches. And this one's another corker. So I'm here in that park just outside Les Halles where I've been. And there's a bunch of restaurants here on the side, and look how busy they are. The French do enjoy a little lunchtime break, it has to be said. Quite often lunch hours are 2 to 3 hours. And here, there's 3 restaurants in a row Four with the one behind me. They're all absolutely rammed full of people. Apparently this is called the Anchor Passage. It joins up a couple of parts of the ancient town. Get the feeling these Greeno Eats vlogs are becoming more like travel vlogs, but there's so much cool stuff around I can't help myself. Well, I found the Roman Museum, the Tunnel Museum. When I was in that square I referenced the fact that the French like a lunch break, and this proves it. Because it's closed. There we are, from the 2nd of May to the 30th of September. They only have a 1 hour lunch break, but I'm right in the middle of it right now. It is currently, what time? 1:15. So unfortunately I can't get in there now, and my train back is just before 3 o'clock, so I'm not even sure I'm going to have time to come in and have a look around before having to get back to catch the train. Bit of a problem. We'll find something else to explore instead. Right folks, so here I am back outside the Gare de Narbonne once again. It's about to make my way home. A little bit early for the train now. Decided not to try and rush a 20-minute trip into the Roman tunnels. Probably a waste of time to do that, to be honest. So thought I'd just head back to the train. I'll grab a coffee or something in the station and then head on the train back to Carcassonne. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little look at Narbonne. I think the food hall was great. Lots of nice little historic buildings around. And the lunch was spectacular, really, really good, really tasty. Nice to have a steak in France, it has to be said. Anyway, if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to click a thumbs up on there for me. And if you're new around here and you enjoy what you've seen, why not consider clicking the subscribe button, ding your little bell for notifications, and you won't miss anything that comes up on the channel. Right, I'm going to go get myself a drink, wait for the train back to Carcassonne. Catch you on the next one. Bye for now.